$1.39 here in Richmond Hill. But anyways, welcome back, my friends. Welcome to another live stream. We have our weekly grocery haul. I did get a chance to do it last week. Apologies. But here we are doing a really quick one because I still got to do more shopping. I need to run to Costco next. But I figured we'd jump on here right away to show you what we got from Miss Jessica's Kitchen. For those who are new, my name is Jessica. I am one of the owners and directors of I's Childcare Richmond Hill Montessori. It is a Sunday afternoon. There's my daughter Jennifer. Hi. She comes helps me out on the weekend. And what we're doing is we just finished some grocery shopping for the week. Lots and lots of produce. And I still need to go to Costco to buy dairy and everything. I went and looked at No Frills. It was like almost $9 for a bag of milk. And then at Centra, where's the other store I went to today, it was how much? No, sorry. At No Frills, it was like almost $7 for a bag of 2% milk. And then at our Centra, it was almost $9, $8.99. I was like, whoa, no, we're going back to Costco. So here we are. Let's see what we got. So all in all, I spent approximately $120 on everything. I did a little bit of stock up, and then just things that we need for the week. So let's start over here. So this is actually from Walmart. So from Walmart, I got some of these rice rusks. So they haven't seen the Parents' Choice ones at our other Walmart. So we were down at the one that's further south from us, and they had a lot of these. So these were $2.47. I like the fact that they have different flavors. So we have apple, I have vegetable, and then I also have original. These are for the infant, and then I have one student who also, she can't eat crackers, but her mom knows that she can eat these, so I also offer her these. Another package of puffed wheat. Got the puffed wheats because I have some friends who are on completely sugar-free, like no added sugar. So when we have cereal days or if we have trail mix, I'll add a handful of this in there for them. Now it's $5 and $4. So the price did go up a little bit, but still pretty good because it lasts us for, quite some time. I still have some left from last time, but I just wanted to stock up because I am going to be going away for a couple of days in about 2 weeks, and so I want to make sure that my assistant has everything she needs. Then over here we got a bag of white potatoes. I still have some potatoes left, but here what we do is I cook a lot of potatoes in my soups. The children tend to really like that, and this was $1.99 from No Frills. Got 2 packs of tomatoes from Centra. So at our local No Frills is on promotion for 97 cents, but these were thought to be approximately how much? Approximately 80 cents a pound. Look at these. They're giant. I have a Sloppy Joe's on Friday with turkey and lentils, so this will be perfect for that. Plus, I also got some tomatoes on the other side. You'll see in a bit. Very, very ripe bananas because last week we didn't get bananas, so I needed some ripe bananas for my muffins tomorrow. Hello, Molly. Thank you. Love you too. Welcome to today's live stream. Whereabouts are you watching from? Hello, Jessica. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is it hot where you guys are? Oh my gosh, it's like swelteringly hot where I am. But yes, I got a pack of really, really ripe bananas because this is what I use to sweeten my muffins. In part, I also use some maple syrup, but also I use it as an egg replacement, and the children tend to really, really love it. So I got that. A head of cabbage. This one is the Korean cabbage. I find that the flavor is slightly less. Oh, hello, Nova. I love that name. I was considering naming my daughter's middle name as Nova. Beautiful name. I think it means like star. This one here is the Korean cabbage. I find that this one has a less pungent flavoring than our traditional green cabbage. So I shred this really finely. I put into my stir fry, and we have stir fry noodles I think on Tuesday this week. I got some celery. I got one here. I got another one I think on the other side, but these were 2 for $3. It's an incredible price right now from our local grocery store. Okay, so that mostly was from Centra, except for these 2 items and that. But all these produce. Oh, and some sweet potatoes. So sweet potatoes, I can't remember. I think it was like $1.20 a pound. But I needed some sweet potatoes to make some sweet potato biscuits for my infants. Then here we have some bread. We have some English muffins with wild butter being served on the menu as a snacks one day this week. And then also they didn't have any left of the cracked wheat bread. Literally, this was the last loaf left. It's crazy. I was shocked. So I have some cracked wheat left for tomorrow's morning snack for my students. So I just got 1 loaf, and then midweek I'm going to go back again before I need more bread because I prefer for them to have cracked wheat than just, plain white bread. Ooh, what's school tomorrow? Nice. Is tomorrow the first day of school for you? We we have a couple more weeks in Ontario. Our school year starts in September for my kids, like my children, my birth children. Okay, continuing on, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 of these are the Lebanese stuff pita breads. I make pita chips out of these. I just cut these into squares or triangles or whatever. I put a little bit of oil on them, a little bit of salt, maybe some garlic, stick in the oven 350 for until they're just nice and crispy, and the children really like that, and it's much healthier than fried, and they love the texture. Zucchinis, discovered that my students really love zucchinis. So I actually put this on pizza last week. I did a marinated zucchini. I shredded the zucchini super small, and then I marinated it with some, what did I do? Oregano and onion powder. And I just sprinkled it on their pizza before baking it. And I did a little bit of an oil drizzle. Oh my gosh, the children loved it. It was a great way to sneak in extra veggies for them, especially for my more selective eaters. Then this is something I don't typically buy, green onions. So why did I buy that? So right now, this week, we are doing summer camp. And so with summer camp, this week, last week we did space week. This week we actually have gardening week. So I had to buy a couple of things for gardening week, including spring onions, because they're going to learn to cut these and then put it into water and watch the shoots grow. So that's going to be really exciting for them. So the children are going to be doing various gardening activities. So that's why I bought some spring onions. The rest of it, I'll just chop it up, stick it in the freezer, and we'll use it whenever we need it. Okay, continuing on with the haul. All right, here we also got some peppers. So this was a decent price for peppers. These were the perfectly imperfect sweet peppers. These ones, they look so beautiful. Like the majority of them always turn out really great. The apples sometimes are hit or miss, but these turned out really nice. So I got a pack of these because we're doing sliced veggies this week too, with pita chips. So I have some cucumbers, and then I also have some of the peppers. And then over here, I have little baby carrots for my CASA students. Here's the other celery. It is giant. Look at this. Look at this. For $1 something, I think it was like $1.87. This is a giant head of celery. I'm really happy with that. And then this is also another gardening activity for my kids. I'm going to cut off the bottom, and then probably in the older classes, they can stick it in water. They need to change the water every day, and then they'll see the shoots grow, and then you'll get celery leaves, which is actually very tasty. I did stock up on the crushed tomatoes. So I typically just buy anything that doesn't have any salt added. So I bought 12 of these because they're on sale for $1.25. They've gone up to $2 and change. I think it's like $2.50 per can now, which is pretty pricey. But I like these for when I do things like pizza. Just the texture of the sauce, I find it's better, the consistency. So I'll use this. I'll add in my own seasonings, or I will make my own tomato sauce with fresh tomatoes. But they are doing the what's it called, the basket sale, not the basket, I can't think of the barrel sale again at No Frills. So I might end up picking up 2 barrels, bulk making my tomato sauce, and then freezing it for later use. Blueberries, great deal, $1.44 for packets. So I end up getting 4 packets. We'll do blueberries and bananas, and then if we have any extra, I'll also do a blueberry and lemon muffin, which my students really like. That's gonna be super duper yummy. I already talked about that. And then some missing one. Am I missing one? I might be missing one. I think I'm missing a broccoli head. Maybe it's still in the fridge because I had put everything in the fridge first. So I have 1 broccoli head, and they only charged me for 1. They even verified it because they said it's a packaging error. So they only charged me for 1. So this was $2 for 2 beautiful heads of broccoli. This was a good deal. I'm really happy about that. Last time they wouldn't do it. This time they asked the manager. The manager was like, yeah, it's packaging error. So yeah, just charge her for 1. So that was a great deal. Really happy about that. I got a package of green lentils. I like the green lentils for when I make the vegetarian version of anything like a meat sauce. So for my sloppy joes, I'll be using the lentils as the turkey replacement because it keeps its shape and it has like this nice little subtle sweetness to it that the children tend to really like. So that's gonna be on Friday. I'll probably use up maybe like half a pack or so. This wasn't on sale, unfortunately. It was like almost $6, but that's okay. The kids need it. I have tons of red lentils left, but no more green lentils. My student with the lentil allergy is no longer at our school, sadly, but I am excited to be able to cook lentils without being too stressed out, but I do really miss them a lot. Tomatoes, again, these were 97 cents a pound. I did get a couple of them, but also I ended up getting some more over there from Centra, so that'll be a good amount for our sloppy joes because it's not a super saucy flavor, it's just saucy enough. And then here I also got a package of carrots. I'm gonna go to our Costco to look to see if I can get a bigger package. This worked out to be $1 per pound, and then I got one thing of bananas because I wasn't 100% sure if I'd make it in time to go to Costco today. Final thing is I got some of these Quaker Crispy Mini original rice cakes. We do have rice cakes. When do I have rice cakes this week? Do I? I do not have rice cakes this week, but there was a promotion on our Optimum Points where the rice cakes themselves were $2.50 each. For every $2 you spend, you get back, I think it's like 200 Optimum Points, which works out to be 20 cents. So it's actually a pretty good deal, and then I can bulk on my Optimum Points. Now, the bananas, again, I'm going to go pick up a lot more now, and then the carrots, you know what, last time I bought carrots from the Costco Business Center, and I was actually pretty disappointed in it. The carrots, they weren't good quality. Like, I had to throw out a bunch of them, and I just bought them. Luckily, I only bought the 10-pound bag and not the 30-pound bag, or else I'd be, I'd have to throw out more. The final thing that I did purchase was, I'm just going to take one out because it's quite hot, is this tofu. So tofu I got from Centra on sale, $1.99, which is a good price point considering this is 700 grams instead of the typical 454 grams that I've been getting from TNT or No Frills. This is the medium firm one, which I tend to like because I don't have to worry about the texture as much. The students really like it scrambled, so I'll scramble it, make it look like scrambled eggs, and they're happy. They eat it like crazy. If I put them in cubes, they won't eat it. They're so silly. So silly. I also just watched a shorts where it showed how to make like something like a tofu, but it's not, you can't call it tofu because it's not made of soy, but they use like lentils or chickpeas to make something like a tofu. I'm interested in trying it because it's another alternative, but again, the cubes the kids might not eat, but my own children will eat it for sure because my kids eat everything, almost everything. All right, so all in all, this was roughly $120. Now, I do need to go to Costco now. I need to buy milk. I need to buy yogurt. What else I need to buy? Honey and a few more things. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. And until next time, stay well, stay safe, and stay fantastic. And if you enjoy grocery hauls, give me a big fat thumbs up. I love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.